Hello, America, and to our friends around the world, greetings. As we watched in excitement as Elon Musk and his Doge team have been freaking the left out these last 3 weeks, we find out that a deep seated so called right wing quote unquote influencer is truly nothing more than a conservative woman. Last year, Ashley St. Clair made a name for herself by rallying the likes of uh, the Daily Wire, Blaze, Turning Point USA, and somebody at one of those outfits must not have paid for her e-girl subscription and was in debt to her because they gave her a platform. You even had James O'Keefe, whom I had respect for prior to this, using her as a resource for the migrant airplane, the illegal alien flying thingy. But when Ashley St. Clair got all these, so-called, conservative media outlets, Savannah Hernandez, Isabel Moody, Lauren Chen, Lauren Southern, Sydney Watson, all of those, they're feminists. Just ignore everything they've ever said, ever done. That's all they are. If they're not a feminist, they are a white knight simping retard. She rallied them to shame men because she wasn't getting enough attention. Well, I can't even pronounce his name, Milo Yiannopoulos, has been dunking on her for the last 24 hours, providing text receipts and evidence from others who've interacted with her. What we have here is a 5-year plotted scheme of a woman who deliberately conspired to rape a man to enrich herself. Right here, she's talking to somebody named Greg Price. That I need to, I need it to get Elon's attention for a marriage proposal, please, Greg. He's got a kid with a woman already. Seems unlikely to work out. Well, he actually has 7 kids and goes through women pretty fast. Yeah, people are going to laugh it off and say, oh no, it was a marriage proposal. No, this is rape. She plotted to commit a crime against this man for over 5 years. All right, going back to that first slide, the text exchange that was provided. This demonstrates Title IX. Title IX, everybody's up in arms about because of boys and girls' locker rooms. Well, big surprise. Women perverts have been going in boys' locker rooms since at least the mid 70s. Nobody threw a fit about it. Well, that's not true. People did throw a fit, but women were like, that's gatekeeping. How dare you have a glass ceiling? As a mask for their perversion. Title IX, though, isn't limited to locker rooms. It deals with any public school that receives money from the federal department, the Department of Education, which is getting a lot of heat for taking America from number one to, well, the bottom of the barrel isn't even sufficient as a description. Obviously, she was a slut and slept around with all the frat guys, including at least 3 in the group I was in, which resulted in the name Smashley. There you go. So what had happened with Smashley Skank Whore? She defamed them. She went after them. I don't know if she instituted any or instigated any kind of Title IX actions, but this is what happens. This is what happens on school campus, and it's not limited to just college. This is public schools, period. We're talking preschool, kindergarten, anything that is a public school that receives federal Department of Education funding is subject to Title IX. And this is where women get away with raping men and then turning around and painting themselves as the victim. So she got the nickname Smashley, and she didn't like it. She tried to get the chapter of the frat house kicked off the campus. fun doesn't end there. Mr. Yiannopoulos provides this that unlike at college where Smashley worked her way through an entire fraternity houses, sometimes on camera, and then tried to get all the men she'd been with expelled over the nickname. So apparently she did invoke the Title IX based off of what Milo Yiannopoulos is claiming. I don't know. I haven't looked into it enough because I wanted to get this out there because I do not like this woman. Ever since she came out last year attempting to shame people for not giving her enough attention, she's been toxic. She's been poison. I ignored anything she had to do until this revelation came out last night. And in this clip, apparently her original Twitter X handle, presuming it was Twitter, her original handle was at sex laptop. Yes, you heard that right. At sex laptop. And I'll let you read the text as to what it is. Well, her racism shows clear through. I mean, let's not be, mincing words. Bigoted racism, in addition to a flat out feminist, sexist bigot from her behavior last year. This woman has got to be a freaking paid plant by some intel agency to go in and seduce these people because the rapidity that she goes from being this e-thought, doing online, nonsense and fraternity group whatevers to being platformed by whichever one of the so-called right-wing media outlets, Turning Point, which one of the YouTube was it? One of them must have not paid the bill and decided it was cheaper to hire her as a commentator than pay the subscription or the hourly rate. Regardless, now we have a rape victim, the world's richest billionaire, who also happens to be transforming the United States, from being an oligarchy into returning our hard-earned tax money back into our pockets. Coincidence? Not a chance. In fact, it was Valentine's Day. Yeah, maybe she's doing the bitter, thin-skinned, rebuffed woman thing. Don't know, don't care. Bottom line, she raped him. Charges need to be pressed. This is nonsense. She has a history of abusing men and taking advantage of the legal system to play the victim. And not only stopping with the legal system, using the media too.